This is the unit that I use live, the GT-100. I basically got into this thing which I felt was like producing with my feet. That's the best way of putting it. So that if you're my logic is that if you're the guitar player in a band and you have infinite sounds at your disposal, then why not use them? To me, it's like going into a room with tons of amps, tons of guitars and pedals, and just making your own little guitar studio for every song. You'd be super surprised as to how great the drives and distortions are with the new technology in this. The Cosm technology now is very, very good. This is incredible because, you know, I've been around long enough to be able to say that this box now that you can throw in a bag and stick in the boot of your car or take on the tube, does the job of only 10 years ago you'd need a 15, 20U rack. I really love that I can do just a tiny little change with that one pedal. Some people might not be bothered just to change that sound ever so slightly to have the trem. But because I can, I do.
Yeah, it's there.
And over the years I've got really kind of obsessive about that chorus needing to be different, so I don't just go wacky sound and then another wacky sound comes in. If I've got the time and the ability to change the colour behind a verse or a chorus, I'll just, even if it's just a delay sound, I'll just put it in there and change it. I needed to A and B this unit with my, let's call it my analog board that I used on Inception, say, and that it didn't compromise my sound because I just couldn't deal with that. And I intended on taking as long as it took to match up my super hip boutique analog pedals with this, and I really had my fingers crossed that I would be able to do it, and I did it really quickly. And I defy anybody to take a blind test and know which is which, myself included. Sometimes if people look at these units, they look at them as being these wacky kind of crazy space age overt shred machines.
Yeah.
But I see it as a producing with your feet. I see it as a mixing desk, a recording studio at my toes, and you tell it what sound to use. You don't let it tell you what sound to use. The intro is almost like a quite neutral, just blank amp sound. And then when I go to the solo, I just hit that patch. You can select a different kind of reverb. The reverb in that is a big, posh hall reverb. Sounds like a big kind of cathedral-y hall. And then on the chorus, it's much more of a plate, and also I change the delay time. So just being able to sing and go to the chorus, suddenly I'm in a different. I've learnt to design these sounds using the multiprocessor, where I'll cheat and use bits of filters and distortions on top of reverbs and sending things through things and just breaking the rules, really.
Thank you.
It's all right, yeah, you're going to have to chop all of that up, but make it sound like I'm making sense.
That was amazing.